Very well. Nobody else.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to table the report on the nomination of members of to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry into the management, governance, financial sustainability, and operational efficiency of the Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the financial year ended 30th June 2025. And I table.
Very well. The report is duly tabled. The same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to study order 157(5)D. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Mr. Speaker, I have a notice to be given by Honorable Edinard Obogo Kingori, Chairperson, Committee on Public Service, Administration and Devolution.
Very well. Honorable Edinard Obogo Kingori, Chairperson, Committee on Public Service, Administration and Devolution. Any member of that committee? Yes, Honorable Whip, you are a member of that committee? Yes. What is the position?
Okay. Yes. 14 days.
Yes, you know this, maybe I can say once again. There is a motion to be moved by your committee. Has the chair given any directions in regard to that?
Mr. Speaker, our chair has been a little bit busy. We have not been able to meet even from last week because he is doing his degree manenos. So I may not have any information because on the other hand, I am also campaigning for Kalau MP.
So what is the position? Or maybe can we, maybe to assist you? Okay, you have something to say so that we can see how to handle the matter?
Maybe I can read the notice of motion and then, or we can do it later anyway.
Put on order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes,
Mr. Speaker, it's apparent that the committee is not ready.
Yes.
And that whatever direction the whip may want to guide this house on is guesswork, and I don't think that is the proper way of conducting business. She should just seek leave that they put the house in order and then come back to the house when they are organized.
Yes, maybe Honorable Whip, what is your response in relation to what the minority has said?
I have a problem with the minority leader. He speaks with his mouth closed. So I didn't get a thing he said. I'm asking the deputy speaker, what did he say? Please, minority leader. Microphone.
Yes, maybe I wish to interject in the matter. By all indications, it appears the committee is already. What I can do, we can refer the matter back to the House Business Committee for rescheduling, so that we can have so that we also don't confuse the group. Yeah, because I noted we got you off guard.
Much obliged, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, under the same order on notices of motion, we have a notice to be given by Honorable Samuel Chege Gaderimo, Vice Chairperson, House Business Committee.
Very well. Honorable Samuel Chege Gaderimo, Vice Chairperson, House Business Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to give the notice of the motion, to give notice of the motion that this House does adopt the report of the House Business Committee on nomination of members to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry on matters of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for financial year ending 30th June 2025 as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well, Honorable Gadirimo. Notice of the motion is duly given, and the same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157.5D. Clerk, next order.
Order number 7, statements. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a statement response to be given by Honorable Peter Gadongo Kamau, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection.
Very well, Honorable Peter Gadongo Kamau, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I have a brief on a statement sought from the chairperson, that is Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender, Social Protection by Honorable Engineer Muikayani. And Honorable Speaker, in accordance to Nyandarua County Assembly Standing Orders number 46, Honorable Muikayani sought a statement from the chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection relating to the status of employment of ECD teachers and disbursement of capitation for pre-primary runners. Honorable Speaker, accordingly the committee held a meeting on 24th September 2025 to peruse the concerns raised by the aforestated members of the County Assembly. Consequently, the committee resolved to seek for the following information from the CCM responsible for education and vocational training. 1. A complete report on the status of ECD classrooms constructed from the financial year 2022-2023 to date, detailing A. Completed classrooms and their respective wards across the county. B. The complete classrooms, the respective wards across the county, the status of their construction and the reason for incompletion, including all payments thereof, the status of the ongoing classrooms and expected timelines for completion, and D. A breakdown of the bill of quantities, that's the BQs, for the construction of a standard classroom in the county. 2 is a detailed report of the operation of all existing ECD centers, including the following: the respective location of all ECD centers, detailing those that operate independently and those that are dependent on their respective local comprehensive school sections. Number B, how much parents pay as school fees to respective ECD centers, who receives the school fees, and how the said amounts are accounted for. And C, the amount of funds in capitation provided for each child to actualize free and compulsory basic education as provided for in the Constitution of Kenya, the rate of absorption of the same for the financial year 2022-2023 to the financial years 2024-2025. Honorable Speaker, report on the status of employment of ECD teachers across the county, detailing the following: A, teachers employed on permanent and pensionable basis by the county government and their respective qualification and their respective ECD centers. Honorable Speaker, B, teachers who transited from engagement with the defunct local authorities to permanent and pensionable basis and their respective duty stations, how much they were paid, they are paid, their job titles as per the CPSB, that is the County Public Service Board. Since, Mr. Speaker, the salaries accrued by the ECD teachers currently employed by the county government of Nyandarua, and the Honorable Speaker, the number of ECD teachers engaged by respective boards of management of the local comprehensive schools or the ECD centers. Honorable Speaker, on the 10th June 2026, the Office of the Clerk says with the response from the CCM Education, Vocational Training, Culture and Social Protection concerning the issues raised by Honorable Rimoi Kayani arising from the above, the committee requests for 30 days to compare a comprehensive statement on the same. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. One term.
Very well, Honorable Peter Kamau Gathongo. The response report is duly tabled and read, and I've not seen Honorable Kayani.
Point of clarification, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mirka.
Mr. Speaker, I have listened to the statement read very well, but there is a very common term that is being used outside there of one term. Probably we would want Honorable Gathongo to elaborate what one term means.
Very well, Honorable Mirka. Because the said word is being used outside there, I would not like to ask Honorable Gathongo to elaborate on it. So, Honorable Kayani, are you satisfied with the 30 days that the committee have requested to over a comprehensive report? Seeing Honorable Kayani is not there, so the matter starts as the chairman has requested. 30 days. Clerk? Yeah. Next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a motion to be moved by, we have a procedural motion to be moved by Honorable Samuel Chege Gathirimu, Vice Chairperson, House Business Committee.
Very well, Honorable Samuel Gathirimu, Vice Chair, House Business Committee.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following procedural motion. That pursuant to Section 232, the motion that this House does adopt the report of the House Business Committee on nomination of members to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry on matters of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for financial year ending 30th June 2025 as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House be exempted from the provisions of the standing orders 55B that requires a notice of motion be given at least 1 day before the motion appears on the order paper. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I call upon Honorable Mwangi Gishuki to second.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I second.
Very well. The motion is duly moved and seconded. I propose the question, which is that pursuant to Section 232, the motion that this House does adopt the report of the House Business Committee on nomination of members to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry on a matter of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for financial year ending 30th June 2025. Okay. As a resolution of the House, be exempted from the provision of Standing Order 55B that requires a notice of motion be given at least 1 day before the motion appears on the order paper. Okay. I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of House Business Committee on nomination of the members to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry on matters of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the financial year ending 30th June 2025 as a report of this House and recommendation therein as a resolution of this House. Be exempted from the provision of the Standing Order 55B that requires a notice of a motion be given at least 1 day before the motion appears on the order paper. May those of similar opinion say aye. May those of contrary opinion say nay. I have it. Next order? No.
Mr. Speaker, sir, still under the same model motion, we have a substantive motion to be moved by Honorable Samuel Chege Gadirimo, Vice Chairperson, House Business Committee.
Very well, Honorable Chege Gadirimo, Vice Chair, House Business Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this report is a culmination of concerted efforts and inputs by various persons and offices. The House Business Committee hereby registers its immeasurable gratitude to them all. We extend our sincere gratitude to all members of the House Business Committee for their dedication and effort in compiling this report. We also acknowledge the valuable contributions of all committee members whose insights and expertise have been instrumental. We appreciate the cooperation and input from various stakeholders which have been crucial in addressing the issues raised. Our thanks also go to the Secretariat for their administrative support and assistance in the preparation of this report. Honorable Speaker, on Tuesday, 17th March 2026 at 9:30 a.m., the House considered a motion presented by Honorable Duncan Gileji Chege on behalf of the Committee on Public Investments and Accounts. The motion proposed that the House does adopt the report of the Committee on Public Investments and Accounts on Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the financial year ended 30th June 2025. The said motion also duly moved and the recommendations adopted as the resolutions of the House. Mr. Speaker, sir, among the resolutions passed by this House in the said report read as follows: that the County Assembly shall establish an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry into the management, governance, financial sustainability, and operational efficiency of the Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited. The committee shall conduct an independent review of the company's operations with a view to establishing the extent of mismanagement and identifying institutional weaknesses and recommending corrective measures to restore financial stability and accountability. Mr. Speaker, the mandate and the scope of inquiry of the ad hoc committee shall undertake the following: A, examine financial management and financial reporting systems, investigate inconsistencies in the company's financial statements, assess the adequacy of financial control, and determine the causes of discrepancies in financial reporting. B, investigate debt management and revenue collection systems. Mr. Speaker, this is to review the management of trade receivables, particularly long outstanding debts, and assess the effectiveness of existing debt recovery mechanisms. C, evaluate the integrity of billing and customer account systems. Investigate the reliability of the company's billing processes, including estimated billing, missing meter numbers in customer accounts, and failure to bill active customers. D, investigate the management of customer deposits. This is to examine the discrepancies between recorded customer deposits and bank balances and determine whether there has been mismanagement or loss of customers' fund. E, review liabilities and cash flow management. F, examine asset management and safeguarding of company property. G, investigate operational efficiency at non-revenue water levels. H, assess governance and oversight by the board of directors. I, review human resource management and staffing structures. J, examine compliance with statutory and regulatory requirements. K, assess the integrity and reliability of information systems. L, evaluate the financial sustainability and going concern status of the company. M, determine accountability for mismanagement of public resources. 2, powers of the ad hoc committee. Mr. Speaker, in undertaking its mandate, the ad hoc committee shall exercise all powers conferred upon committees of the County Assembly under Article 195 of the Constitution of Kenya, the County Government Acts, and the County Assembly Standing Orders, including the powers to summon any person, including current and former directors, management, staff, officers of the county government, and any other relevant witness or witnesses to appear before the committee and give evidence on oath. B, require the production of documents and records, including financial statements, bank records, contracts, procurement documents, asset registers, internal audit reports, and any other information necessary for the inquiry. C, request technical assistance from oversight and regulatory institutions, including the Office of the Auditor General, the County Treasury, the Water Services Regulatory Board, the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, and other relevant agencies. D, commission or recommend a forensic audit or special audit where necessary to establish the extent of financial irregularities, losses, or misappropriation of funds. E, conduct site visits and inspections of the company's facilities, infrastructures, and assets to verify information presented to the committee. F, engage independent experts or consultants in finance, engineering, water sector regulation, governance, or forensic investigations to support the committee's work where necessary. G, recommend suspension of ongoing processes or activities that may prejudice the investigation, including recruitment or procurement processes found to be irregular. 3, expected outputs of the ad hoc committee. Mr. Speaker, upon completion of its inquiry, The committee shall submit to the county assembly a comprehensive report containing A, findings on the financial, operational, and governance status of the company, including the causes of the financial distresses and operational inefficiencies identified. B, recommendations for recovery of any identified loss of public funds, including surcharges or administrative action against officers found responsible for negligence or mismanagement. C, recommendations for strengthening financial management and internal control system within the company. D, recommendations on restructuring the governance and management framework of the company, including possible reforms to the board and senior management structures. E, a comprehensive financial recovery and sustainability plan outlining measures required to restore the company to financial stability. F, recommendations for operational reforms aimed at improving revenue collection, reducing non-revenue water, and enhancing service delivery. G, recommendations on institutional reforms required to align the company with regulatory standards and sector best practices. H, any legislative, policy, or administrative measures that the county assembly or county government may need to adopt to ensure improved oversight and sustainability of the company. Reporting timeline. Mr. Speaker, the ad hoc committee shall submit its report to the county assembly within 60 days. 5, implementation and oversight. Upon adoption of the report by the county assembly, the relevant county executive departments, the board of directors, and the management of the Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited shall implement the recommendations within the timelines prescribed by the assembly and shall periodically report on progress to the Committee on Public Investments and Accounts. Mr. Speaker, it is on the premise of these developments that the House Business Committee held various sittings that culminated in the preparation of this report for consideration and adoption by this House. Composition of the committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the compilation of this report, the following constituted the membership of the House Business Committee: Honorable Stephen Washira Wiganjo, Chairperson; Honorable Samuel Chengera Dhimo, Vice Chair; Honorable Elijah Mwagi Nyaga, Member; Honorable James Mwagi Gishoki, Member; Honorable Mary Wajiku Kafiro, Member; Honorable Ibrahim Mwangi Maina, Member; Honorable Stephen Murith Matimu, Member; Honorable Caroline Wango Jarara, Member; Honorable Sasha Saragima Wamai, Member; Honorable Paul Gecho Abaire, Member; and Honorable Duncan Gideji Chege, Member. Our legal framework for appointment of the ad hoc committee. Mr. Speaker, the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 clothes the county assembly with powers to oversight the county executive and its agencies while respecting the principles of separation of powers. This constitutional provision is the legal foundation on which the county assembly establishes committees to assist it oversight county executive departments and its agencies. The County Government Act number 17 of 2012, Section 14 of the Act further provides for the following. 1. A county assembly, A, may make standing orders consistent with the Constitution and this Act regulating the procedure of the county assembly, including in particular orders for the proper conduct of proceedings, and B, subject to standing orders made under paragraph A, may establish committees in such a manner and for such manner and for such general or special purposes as it considers fit, and regulate the procedure of any committee so established. This Act of Parliament reaffirms the power of County Assembly to establish committees to help it execute its constitutional mandate. Standing orders. Mr. Speaker, sir, Standing Order 157(5)(f) provides that the House Business Committee shall nominate members to serve in committees. There are various general provisions for the formation of select committees pursuant to Standing Order 158(1) and 2 that provides that 1. Unless otherwise provided by any written law or these standing orders, the House Business Committee shall, in consultation with sub-assembly parties, nominate members who shall serve on a select committee. 2. The House Business Committee shall give consideration to the need for gender balance and shall, so far as may be practicable, ensure that no more than 2/3 of members of a committee of the Assembly, including a committee established through a resolution of the Assembly, shall be of the same gender. Mr. Speaker, sir, the standing order further provides for the criteria of the formation of select committee pursuant to Standing Order 159. 1. In nominating members to serve on a select committee, the House Business Committee shall ensure that the membership of each committee reflects the relative majorities of the seats held by each of the Assembly parties in the Assembly. 2. Despite paragraph 1, a member belonging to a party other than an Assembly party or independent member may be nominated to serve in a select committee, and the allocation of membership of select committees shall be as nearly as practicable proportional to the number of the members belonging to such parties and independent members. Mr. Speaker, sir, upon successful nomination of members to committees, the Standing Order 160 provides for the criteria for approval as follows. The House Business Committee, the House Business Committee shall, within 7 days upon nomination of members to serve in any committee of the Assembly, present the list to the Assembly for approval. 2. Whenever a motion for approval of a list under paragraph 1 is moved in the Assembly, no objection against the proposed membership of a member in a select committee shall be permitted, and objections, if any, shall be formulated against the proposed membership as a whole. 3. A member shall not be a member of a committee of the Assembly unless the nomination of such member into the committee is approved by the Assembly. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to Standing Order 162, the committee capped the membership of the committee to at 9 members. Mr. Speaker, sir, upon extensive consultations with the relevant stakeholders and in fidelity to the law and principles aforementioned, the House Business Committee makes the following recommendations. 1. That this House does approve the establishment of an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry into the management, governance, financial sustainability, and operational efficiency of the Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the financial year ended, that is June 2025. 2. That pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Orders 163, this House does approve the nomination of the following members to the ad hoc committee. 1. Honorable Samuel Chege Gadrimu. 2. Honorable Duncan Gereji Chege. 3. Honorable Isaac Bae Kamau. 4. Honorable James Mwangi Gishoke. 5. Honorable Sasha Saragema Wamai. 6. Honorable Caroline Wango Jarara. 7. Honorable Mary Wajiko Kafiro. 8, Honorable Hussein Dongo Kasana, and 9, Honorable Ibrahim Mwangi Maina. 3, that the said committee shall be guided by the aforementioned terms of reference and report back to this House within 60 days. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the House Business Committee is confident that the ad hoc committee will facilitate an in-depth investigation into the matter raised by the Public Accounts and Investment Committee as we seek approval for the proposed nominations. We urge all honorable members to support the committee in fulfilling its mandate. We trust that with the full support of this honorable House, the committee will effectively address the concerns raised as well as propose viable solutions to the prevailing challenges bedeviling our water sector. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I call upon Honorable Mwangi Gichuki to second.
Mwangi Gichuki, member from Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I second.
The motion is duly moved and seconded. I propose the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the House Business Committee on nomination of member to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry on matters of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for financial year ending 30th June 2025 as a report of this House and the recommendation therein as a resolution of this House. Honorable Milka, the only elected woman in Nyandarua County.
Woman MC.
Woman MC.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I raise from the onset to say thank you to the House Business Committee because they have acted within the time frame. But Mr. Speaker, it was just a concern, and I don't know whether it is possible at this moment. Kirita is one of the biggest consumers of water for Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company. Actually, 90% of my ward is served by, not actually 90%, 100% of Kirita ward is served by Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company. So I thought it would be important if, for example, Honorable Anjiro Melka, the member for Kirita, and one of the consumers of that project, could be included in that inquiry because I consume raw data and raw information for Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company. So I don't want to question the House Business Committee, but this is my humble request. If they could find in their own way to include the largest consumer, because I have a lot of interest, I have a lot of information, I have, data, even institutional memory on the issues of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company. My submissions, Mr. Speaker, and I'll rest it at that.
Thank you, Honorable Melka Wajiro, the only elected woman MCA. So, I'll leave it that to the mover.
So information or input will be welcome. And with that, because the powers to constitute the committee belongs to the House Business Committee as constituted and as will be approved by the House, that is the extent to which I can give assurance that every output, every input will be included and will be welcome. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I move.
Thank you, Vice Chair, House Business. The motion having been moved and responded to, I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of this House Business Committee on nomination of members to an ad hoc committee to undertake a comprehensive inquiry on a matter of Nyandarua Water and Sanitation Company Limited for financial year ending 30th June 2025 as a report of the House and recommendation therein as a resolution of the House. May those of the similar opinion say aye. Aye. May those of contrary opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, still under the order in motions, we have a motion to be moved by Honorable Naomi Ngatia, County Member from Central Ward.
Very well. Honorable Naomi Ngatia, County Member, Central Ward.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion pursuant to Standing Order 50, aware that Article 55 of the Constitution of Kenya mandates the state to take measures, including affirmative action programs, to ensure that the youth access relevant education and training, are accorded opportunities to associate, to represent, and to participate in political, social, economic, and other spheres of life, and have opportunities for employment and access to resources for economic development. Further, aware that Section 35(1) of the National Youth Council Act 2009 provides for the establishment of county youth councils to promote youth participation in national development and to advise on matters relating youth. Noting that the Nyandarua County Integrated Development Plan, which prioritizes youth empowerment and agricultural development as key pillars for economic growth, with the subsequent county annual development plans and budget estimates providing for planning and funding of various youth initiatives across the county, recognizing that the youth of Nyandarua County are a vital asset whose potential must be harnessed through structured policy, formal representation, and targeted economic programs. Aware that the Nyandarua County Government, through the Department of Youth Empowerment, Sports and Innovation, has supported over 250 youth groups engaged in agriculture through the provision of equipment and inputs including beehives, incubators, greenhouses, yogurt making machines, milk ATMs, and other farm-related tools. Concerned that the absence of a comprehensive, finalized, and operationalized Nyandarua County Youth Policy continues to hinder the effective coordination and implementation of youth empowerment initiatives across the county, therefore hindering the full idealization of the intended outcomes. Further, concerned that without a functional gazetted Nyandarua Youth Council or equivalent county youth coordination framework, the youth lack a formal platform for representation and meaningful engagement with the county government on matters affecting them. Noting with concern that there are currently no agribusiness specific empowerment funds, grants or loan facilities accessible to youth in the county, and that no active partnerships exist with agricultural institutions, training bodies, or private sector actors to enhance technical support, market access, or financing for youth agribusiness initiatives. Acknowledging that a budget of Kenya shillings 2 million has been allocated in the current financial year for the formulation of the Nyandarua Youth Service Policy, and that a proposed allocation of Kenya shillings 46 million has been set aside for the financial year 2026-2027 for the implementation of the Nyandarua Youth Service Program. Appreciating that the Department of Youth Empowerment, Sports and Innovation has consolidated 3 separate policy drafts on youth affairs, sports and innovation into a single comprehensive policy document currently at the validation stages, with finalization anticipated by 31st December 31st December of 2025. Cognizant that the County Assembly Committee on Youth Empowerment, Sports and Arts has observed the urgent need for the formulation and operationalization of our youth policy, strengthen institutional frameworks, conduct impact assessments, and scale up youth-centered programs, particularly in agribusiness and skills development. Now, therefore, the House does resolve that the CCM for Youth Sports Innovation shall within 30 days from the date of the passing of this motion finalize and submit to the County Assembly the consolidated Nyandarua Youth County Policy for scrutiny and approval, ensuring it addresses county-specific socio-economic priorities and reflects inclusive stakeholder participation. The CCM for Youth Sports Innovation shall within 60 days present to the County Assembly a clear roadmap and legal framework for the establishment of a county youth coordination structure in line with the spirit of Section 35 of the National Youth Council Act 2009, including a proposed election or nomination process, institutional framework, and budget allocation for its The CCM for Youth Sports and Innovation shall within 90 days conduct a comprehensive impact assessment for all youth agribusiness programs and present a report to the County Assembly covering the number of youth groups currently benefiting from agricultural support, including input subsidies, training, and access to land and market, the nature and impact of existing agribusiness empowerment funds, grants, or loan accessible to the youth, and a monitoring and evaluation framework to guide all future youth agribusiness interventions. The CCM for Youth Sports and Innovation shall within 90 days establish strategic partnership with relevant agricultural institutions, training bodies, and private sector actors to strengthen youth agribusiness training, financing, and market access, and report the same to the County Assembly. The CCM for Youth Sports and Innovation shall ensure that the formulation of the Nyandarua Youth Service Policy, funded through the current financial year, allocation of Kenya shillings 2 million, is conducted in an all-inclusive and participatory manner involving youth representatives, relevant county departments, and the development partners, and that the final policy document is presented to the County Assembly prior to the appropriation of the proposed 46 million Kenya shillings in the financial year 2026-2027 for its implementation. The CCM for Youth Sports and Innovation shall henceforth submit quarterly progress reports to the County Assembly on youth empowerment, sports and arts, on the implementation status, achievements, challenges, and resource utilization for all youth empowerment programs, including the Youth Policy, Youth Council Framework, Youth Agribusiness Programs, and the Nyandarua Youth Service Program. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I call upon Honorable Benji to second.
Honorable Benji Kiriga.
I second.
Thank you, Honorable Benji. The motion is duly moved and seconded. I propose the question, which is that as it has been led by County Member Central Naomi Gatia, I now put the question as it has been led by the county member from Central, Honorable Naomi Gatia. May those of the similar opinion say aye. May those of contra opinion say nay. I have it. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we've exhausted the business as indicated in the afternoon session's order paper.
Honourable members, there being no other business to transact during today's sitting, I now adjourn the House to tomorrow, Wednesday, 17th day of June, 2026 at 9:30 a.m.